Good morning. I am back in dark, cold England. Holiday's over, time to go back to work. That also means it's time to go back to my normal video series. That's one of the few positives at the moment. And it's Monday. That means that I have a game to run tonight, which I am definitely not ready for. I mean, in a lot of ways, I've been doing prep for it for weeks. I mean, I've just come back from Disney, which is the setting for the game that I'm going to be running. So, in that aspect, I'm very well prepared. But when it actually comes to remembering the rules of the system and all of that, I'm way out of practice. So it's going to be fun tonight. Now, what do I expect out of the session? I expect an introduction to the characters, some kind of intro to kind of why each of them is who they are and why they're together. That's something that the players have been working on, so they can provide me with that. That will be a good start. The next thing is going to be a scene setting. They are going to be issued with a mission by their court. That's going to be a very important part of where things are, because that's going to be what's going to send them to Disneyworld. They are going to be on a mission to help out an allied court that's having trouble. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how this group of players plays off what is basically a diplomatic mission. They're not being sent in there necessarily to start a fight. They're not necessarily being told not to start a fight either, but it's kind of an unspoken thing, maybe? Good morning again. It's now Tuesday, and what you just witnessed was the moment that my camera mount failed. I'm assuming that it had something to do with very cold weather, nice warm car, and the problems that suction has with changing between the two. Obviously that means that I never finished yesterday's video, but I think you pretty much got the gist of where I was going. It was an intro session, and that is exactly what it worked out to be. We introduced the characters. We found out about our she lord, who is a baron and a CEO of a tech company. We found out about his captain of the guard, who happens to be a fairly famous strongman. We also found out about one of the other guards who is joining them, who is a bit of a troublemaker and fancies himself as a comedian as well. And then we also found out about what we finally decided to politely refer to as a house artist, who is part assassin, part cleanup crew, dealing with certain types of jobs that often need doing among the unseelie. That group was then introduced to my initial premise setting scene, that the she's uncle, who is a more politically powerful she, along with another duke from the unseelie court, who seem to have allied themselves with a Seelie prince out of some political, economic interest, who want to send the group to Disneyworld to find out why the court there has broken off contact. Basically, the court in Disneyworld, the Court of Wonder, called for assistance from the Court of Stars in Disneyland, and then never answered again. So this group, in kind of a political exchange program, is being sent by the Unseelie Court of Los Angeles to broker goodwill and trade with the Sealy Court of Los Angeles, being sent into Florida to the Disney World Court. That is about as far as we took it last night. They actually got as far as boarding the planes, making their way to Orlando, and arriving at the hotel, having a few hijinks in the hotel, a bit of arguing amongst themselves, a bit of personality building for the characters, and then we left it before they ever actually made their way into the parks. So that's where we will pick up next week and next session. It's about where I expected to get in session 1. My original plan from my notes before my holiday was actually to introduce the parks and get them that far. So I wasn't too far off. We actually had about 20 minutes left at the end of the session where I could have pushed into that, but I had a couple players with things they needed to step away for, so thought better than rushing it, better than having people miss it, better to pick it up next week. And it is very early on a Tuesday morning. And there we have it. I'll be back with you tomorrow for another video. I might actually talk a bit about some of the rules of Changeling, so that maybe I remind myself what some of them are. As I said yesterday, I'm a bit rusty. I kind of know everything I want to do with the story and the setting, but rules-wise, I've realized I'm very rusty. So, the players may not be realizing it, but I will be playing it by ear quite a bit, just as they are. I'm sure as I open books and look at pages, I will remember things which are escaping me at the moment, and we'll go from there. Anyway, it's mainly about the story anyway, so yesterday's session videos will be posted sometime today, and we'll see where it goes. I have high hopes for this game. I think it's going to be interesting. Hopefully you feel the same way. If you do, like, subscribe, follow my channel, and have a great day.